We provided unprecedented support for education initiatives, and with the right leadership, we finally filled long vacant public safety positions. We built a sub-cabinet for climate change, and we took heat from outside special interests for our biologically sound wildlife management for abundance practices, predator control. We broke new ground on the state's new prison, and we made common sense conservative choices to eliminate personal luxuries, things like the jet and the chef and the junkets and the entourage. And the lieutenant governor and I, we said no to our pay raises. Really, there is so much success in this first term, and this success, I am proud to take credit for hiring the right people. Our goal was to achieve a gas line project and more fair oil and gas valuation and ethics reform in 4 years. We did it in 2, and it's because of the people, the good people, good public servants surrounding the governor's office with servants' hearts and astounding work ethic. They are Alaska's success. And we are doing well. And I really wish that you would hear more from the media of your state's good progress and how we tackle outside interests, special interests daily. We're tackling those interests that would stymie our state, even those debt-ridden stimulus dollars that would force the heavy hand of federal government into our communities with an all-knowing attitude. I've taken the slings and arrows with that unpopular move because to veto that, it was the right thing to do, because I know being right is better than being popular, and it wasn't a popular stand to take, but some of those dollars would harm Alaska, and they harm America. I resisted those dollars because of the obscene national debt that we're forcing our children to pay because of today's big government spending. It is immoral, and it doesn't even make economic sense. Another accomplishment, our law department protected states' rights. 2 huge U.S. Supreme Court reversals came down against that liberal Ninth Circuit, deciding in our state's favor just over the last 2 weeks. We're protectors of our Constitution, and Federalists protect states' rights as mandated in the 10th Amendment. You don't hear much about the good stuff in the press anymore, though, do you? Some say things changed for me on August 29th last year, the day that John McCain tapped me to be his running mate, and it was an honor to stand beside a true American hero. I say others changed, and let me speak to that for a minute. Political operatives descended on Alaska last August, digging for dirt. The ethics law that I championed became their weapon of choice. Over the past 9 months, I've been accused of all sorts of frivolous ethics violations, such as holding a fish in a photograph or wearing a jacket with a logo on it and answering reporters' questions. Every one of these, though, all 15 of the ethics complaints have been dismissed. We have won, but it hasn't been cheap. The state has wasted thousands of hours of your time and shelled out some $2 million of your dollars to respond to opposition research. And that's money that's not going to fund teachers or troopers or safer roads. And this political absurdity, the politics of personal destruction, Todd and I, we're looking at more than $500,000 in legal bills just in order to set the record straight. And what about the people who offer up these silly accusations? It doesn't cost them a dime, so they're not going to stop draining the public resources, spending other people's money in this game. They won't stop. It's pretty insane. My staff and I spend most of our day, we're dealing with this stuff instead of progressing our state now. And I know that I promised no more politics as usual, but this isn't what anyone had in mind for Alaska.